There are moments in life when everything we once knew begins to fall apart. Life changes without asking for permission. Plans shift, paths dissolve, and what once felt certain suddenly becomes unclear. It's in these moments, when the soul feels frightened and confused, that we begin to ask, why is God allowing this to happen? Yet, it is precisely there, in the midst of change, that the divine plan starts to unfold. Do not doubt what is happening. Even when something is taken away from you, something greater is being prepared. What feels like loss is often protection. What appears to be an ending may, in truth, be the beginning of a new chapter for your soul. What we call chaos is often nothing more than the gentle movement of God, guiding us toward the place where we truly belong. God works in silence, and silence is the sacred temple where He dwells. When we learn to quiet the mind, to accept transformation with faith, and to trust even when we don't understand, we begin to see that every change is a divine invitation to simplicity, surrender, and reconnection with the sacred presence within us. So, do not be afraid of change. Change is simply the way God moves us toward the destiny prepared for our growth. When we stop resisting, we discover that what seemed like confusion was, in fact, divine realignment. The message that follows, inspired by the teachings of Yogananda, is a reminder that peace does not come when life becomes calm, but when the heart learns to trust. Listen with a quiet soul. Let each word guide you back to your center, to that silent place where God speaks without words. The most sacred dwelling of God is not found in the mountains, nor in temples built of stone, but in the heart of those who seek Him with sincerity and peace. Whenever you enter this sacred space, whether it is a church, a garden, or the temple of your own soul, leave behind your worries, your fears, and the heavy memories you carry. God can only approach when the heart becomes empty of noise. Living simply is one of the purest forms of wisdom. Simplify your life. Free yourself from the endless need to prove, to possess, to compete. You will be amazed to see how joyful and light life becomes when you stop complicating it. Many believe that happiness depends on acquiring something: more comfort, more recognition, more security. But the truth is, the more you accumulate, the more the inner emptiness grows. There is nothing wrong with asking God for what you desire. Yet there is a deeper faith in saying, "Father, I know you already see my needs before I speak them. Guide me and sustain me according to your will." And then, simply trust. Do not be troubled. Worry is a prison of the mind, a state in which the heart feels powerless before something it cannot control. Perhaps you are anxious about the future, about someone you love, or about the burdens you carry. But ask yourself honestly, what does worry truly bring? It solves nothing. It only drains the body, clouds the mind, and weakens the spirit. Instead of losing yourself in anxious thoughts, pause, breathe. Look at your situation with calm and clarity. When the mind becomes still, the right path begins to appear. Do not surrender to despair or complaint. Do what you can with courage and faith. Keep your heart steady and trust that God will open the right door at the right time. Remember, worry wastes energy but creates no solution. Use that same force of thought to build, to act, to transform. Every positive thought is a seed planted in the soil of hope. The more you depend on external conditions to feel happy, the farther you drift from true happiness. Look within. God lives there. And when you find Him inside, you will start to recognize His presence in everything and everyone around you. Many come to me speaking of their restlessness. I invite them to sit in silence, to meditate, to pray. And when the heart grows calm, what once seemed impossible begins to resolve itself. A peaceful mind is the fertile soil where faith blossoms. Do not run away from your problems, and do not drown in them. observe them with trust, and surrender to God what lies beyond your control. When the soul is centered, new answers begin to arise. And in stillness, wisdom selects the right one. Follow that path with faith, and you will see the fruits of a heart at peace. Set aside a few minutes every day for silence. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and repeat within with deep conviction, I was never born and I shall never die. I am not body nor name. I am one with the Holy Spirit. I am infinite joy. With time, these words will no longer feel like a prayer. They will become a truth you can feel. And then you will recognize what you have always been, an immortal soul, a divine spark of eternal love. In the end, the essence of this teaching is simple yet timeless. When we silence fear and make room for faith, life begins to flow again. God does not reveal himself through haste, but through stillness. He does not abandon us in times of change. He is the very change that leads us back to truth. Every challenge, every loss, every new beginning carries a divine purpose hidden within. And if there is one sentence that holds it all, it is this: the soul that trusts never loses anything, see, it only transforms. If these words touched your heart, remember, nothing happens by chance, not even the fact that you are hearing this message right now. Perhaps this is God's way of reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust his timing, trust the process of change, and above all, trust that there is a sacred purpose guiding every step of your path. If you wish to keep receiving messages that nourish your soul and strengthen your faith, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with someone who needs light today. Together, let's spread more peace, trust, and awareness of God's perfect plan.